Okay, one of the things that I love to pre-prep as much as possible is beans. Dry beans take a long time to cook and prepare, but they're very nutritious and they're super cheap, which we love. So I try and make a big batch of beans on the weekends. This past weekend I made black beans and chickpeas, and I'll use those for a variety of different recipes as well as freezer meals that I can pull out for lunches. So today I have chickpeas. I soaked them overnight, and then you boil them for 5 minutes, and then you simmer them for an hour. And so I have a whole bunch of chickpeas. I'm going to do two things with these. My oven is preheating to make roasted chickpeas, which are great because they're crunchy, and I'm one that craves a crunch when I'm on a diet. Not a lot of diet foods have a crunchy texture, so I use raw veggies and these roasted chickpeas to kind of get that texture that I'm looking for. But another thing that chickpeas are great for is to make hummus, so I'll do that. And I will also use them in salads. So I'm going to make my mason jar salads. These are great, especially if you have to pack your lunch to go. You put everything in this jar. The salad stays fresh in your fridge I've kept them in there for about 5 days and they've still been good, and I don't do slimy lettuce. So this is a great way to pre-prep some salads, take it to work if you need to, or pack it on the go. So the first thing you do is you get a big mason jar. You can do the smaller one, but it fills up quick with the lettuce and stuff. You put your dressing at the bottom of the jar. So for me, I'm going to use some olive oil and red wine vinegar. Sometimes I use balsamic vinegar. Sometimes I make my own dressing. I try and stay away from store-bought dressings as much as possible because they're full of junk, usually sugar. Okay, then the way that you layer your salad is you want your heartier things at the bottom. And the things that you don't mind being a little bit marinated and a little bit pickled. So for me, I'm going to put my chickpeas at the bottom. I'm going to do two. And I love these mason jar salads. You can find tons of recipes for them on Pinterest. You can use, I'm going to make some tonight. We're having quinoa for dinner and black beans. So I'm going to do a mason jar salad with some quinoa and black beans in it as well once that is cooked up. Oh, yikes. I didn't put my dressing in. You know, I try and double cook as much as possible. So I know tonight we're going to have quinoa. So instead of just making tonight's serving, I'm going to make double that, and I'll have it left over. Last night we did grilled chicken on the grill. My husband likes to grill on the weekends, and so I usually have him grill extra for me, either some fish or some chicken breast. So that's what I had for lunch. I had a grilled chicken breast from last night. Okay, so my chickpeas are at the bottom. Yes, it's a lot, but I eat a lot, so that's okay. And they're good for you. Then I'm going to put some cucumber, which is still in the fridge. While you're cutting up your vegetables, you can always cut some up and save them for your raw veggies and your hummus dip, or you can make a cucumber tzatziki sauce with Greek yogurt. You can make a homemade ranch with Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is an awesome substitute for sour cream. But I pre-chopped my veggies yesterday, so I don't need to do that. Okay, so my cucumbers are going to go in next. You know, I like the cucumber and tomato salad with the vinegar, so I know that they do well in sitting in vinegar, so I know that they're not going to get yucky and slimy and gross. So I don't mind them being towards the bottom of the jar where they're going to come in contact a little bit with the vinegar. Okay. These salads are awesome. I've seen them done with ground beef to do like a taco or a lean ground turkey to do like a taco jar. They just keep everything fresh. They're easy to transport. And when you get ready to serve it, you just dump it upside down into your bowl, and your dressing kind of goes over the whole salad then, so you're good to go. Okay, my next item I'm going to do is a tomato. Again, tomatoes and cucumbers do well in vinegar. You have them sit, usually, if you're doing a cucumber, vinegar, and onion salad, which we do a lot. These are organic Roma tomatoes. I think they stand up a little bit better in the mason jar salads. Cherry tomatoes are also good. My husband got sick off cherry tomatoes one time. I don't know how you get sick off tomatoes, but he did, and he has a hard time eating them now. So I don't do cherry tomatoes, even though I would prefer them because they're real easy to just wash and throw. Sometimes I'll buy some for my raw veggies, but because sometimes he grabs one of these jar salads in the morning and takes it to work, I like to have it so that he would enjoy it as well. So again, you know, this is a great way to not only make sure that your husband is eating well while he's at his work, but I find it's a lot cheaper than them going out to eat. You know, when Jeff graduated law school, he came to work here and he did a lot of lunches on the go, out, drive-through, or he'd go out to eat with the other attorneys in the law firm and usually wouldn't make the healthiest choices. So he gained a lot of weight his first couple years out of law school. And since putting him on a cleaner diet and Shakeology, he does Shakeology for breakfast. And I try and pack his lunch some. He's lost about 30 pounds. And he doesn't work out, unfortunately. I'm working on that. But so next in my mason jar salad is going to be onions.
No.
Onion holds up well too, so that can, you want to think about what's going to hold up the best
Mama.
in the vinegar.
Mama.
I have a visitor. Yes, baby.
I want to get a picture.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so my onion is going on in next. Like I said, this fills up real quick because the veggies are you know, denser.
Mom, get a picture.
You do, okay. Everybody say hello, Josh. Can you wave? Say hi. Say, Mommy cooks healthy for me.
My God, tell me something.
Okay, go watch your cartoon.
No, who is that?
Okay, so as you can see, I've got the dressing at the bottom, which it looks like a lot. It really isn't. The chickpeas, the cucumbers, tomatoes, and onion. I don't like a whole lot of onion because I don't want my breath to stink at lunch. Or Jeff's when he has to meet with clients. So I just do a little bit of onion. And you know, you can put a lot more stuff in it. You can put peppers, carrots, and then at the very top should be your lettuce or your spinach, your greens, because they wilt. So I'm going to shove it in there, and you got to really shove it in there. I like to use the organic baby greens by Earthbound Farms. These are my favorite. It comes washed and ready to go. It's a good variety of lettuce. And if I'm not making the mason jar salads, if I'm just going to eat it, you know, prepare it that day, I take this little clamshell pack and I put half of it in a bowl for my salad that day, and then I prep another day's salad in the clamshell pack and just store it right in here. Nuts would be good in these jar salads as well. Give you some healthy fats. Okay, so as you can see, I have shoved it in here. And now when I'm ready to eat, all I have to do is have a spoon or fork and a bowl, or I could eat it out of here, but I find it's easier if you dump it in a bowl. And all the dressing will be dispersed and you are good to go. So these are some awesome ways to take your lunch and to pre-prep on the weekend so you're ready to go. You know, if you do side salads for your dinner at night, you can prep these up. Keeping it in the glass really keeps your salad greens fresher. So if you're getting greens from the farmer's market, which I will probably start doing since they're in season, I come home, I wash them all, and I put them in mason jar salads. And I swear they last longer. So that's a definite way to get the most bang for your buck with your food. And then these will be ready to go in the fridge for either my husband or I for lunch tomorrow. And I will show you the recipe for my roasted chickpeas in the next part. Thanks.